Most African Americans is organic to America, and that's what this video is about. Most African Americans is organic to America, and this video will give you a lot of receipts in this spiritual warfare, which is a mental construct, all within yourself. So I want you to look up Moorish Zionist Temple. Look up the word, Google Moorish Zionist Temple. Those are the sons and daughters and family of Enlil, because we know about the Anunnakis and the gold. Moorish Zionist Temple. So there's a song out right now trying to wake people up. They look like us, but they're not like us. Who's behind your white supremacy? Moorish Zionist Temple. The most ingenious plan to today. So they put, we'll call not white pale faces there to make you believe that they're in charge. But the whole time these people in these gated communities of New York are right there behind the scenes. Remember, the Pope kissed the Africans' feet. They're not even African. The Pope kissed their feet. The Pope kneels to a black Madonna. Those are the people that befriended the organic people here so the colonizers could come and give havoc to the people who are already here. We're going to go back a little further. They say Satan was cast out from heaven. No, it was a family war. Satan was our brother, but he wanted to be the creator God over everything. So it was a big family fight, and they fought, and they kicked him out. They kicked him out of heaven, the heavenly state. So we were all creators, but he kept, because he wanted to be supreme over everyone, he was killing people's creations. So that's what we're doing now, is decoding the puzzle. It's no longer connective. It's mainly, can they figure out who they are? If you look at my skin color, I know they give you indigenous, native, that's all the colonizers' words. Before the colonizer came here, there was no paperwork. There was no English language. There was no governments. There was no prisons. There was no police. So 1492, also you can look this up. Who was the navigator of the ship that Christopher Columbus came over here in? That's one of them guys. They look like us, but they're not like us. So he didn't know the seas. So the navigator of the ship is the actual captain. He was a Spaniard, and you can look this up. His name is Alonzo something. I just don't know the full name, because I don't write down things. I just go off the top of my head and give you things right from the heart. His name is Alonzo something. You can Google. Look at the skin color. That is the captain of the ship, because he knew the seas, and they already knew we existed over here, and it was full of milk and honey over here. Remember Jacob and Esau? These people have always, so when they say people looking for the promised land, guys, they have no land. They're not from here. They look like us, but they're not like us. So the book of the Bible was a spell book contract. We had no paperwork. We was of oral tradition. There was no politics. There was no government. So they call people who don't know who they are imbeciles of law. Got you marching when you have rights to the land per your birthrights. Every time I come to earth, I come here. So they handed these books to our grandmothers, because my grandmother was a founder of a church. And they got you systematically into a program, which is only the state of your mind. Taught you heaven, hell. Jesus is Jesus. There was no J's before they came here. Jesus, Jesus, his real name is Yeshua. Was not born on the 25th of December. I can't escape these ambulances, guys. There's the sirens. So what we're seeing is the everything going back to before they came. They owe us everything. The land is the actual birthright. The land is the most important out of everything. They stole the land. Then they bought the actual slaves are the $5 Indians that came from places like Morocco that was captured in another war. That's all they do, guys, is steal land. There's a statue of these people. I don't know, it's somewhere over in, it's a statue of a statue eating babies. That's them, guys. Oh, you said slave boat? We came over on a slave boat, right? Image of Notre Dame. That's how they got people to buy into this roots narrative or movie. So I'm going to ask you a question. This is just a number I'm putting out there. Remember, it took 90 days to get from Africa to here, guys. In those times in a boat. So if I put 300 people in a slave boat, they don't show you this in Roots. Don't you have to use the bathroom? What about if you get seasick? So who's gonna go down there and feed because remember, you're tied by the ankles and your hands, you can't move. So who's gonna feed that nasty, stinky feces, piss, everything else underneath there, plus the throw up? Or if you Google before 1492, how many people were here? It was already here. So we were tribes in community. So they got stallions, males is mayors. Mayor is a female horse. So it was always the females that would do things per the community. Notice they keep putting man, man, man. No, we're going to go woman, 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 who is of the feminine divine of love. They invert everything. They also inverted the maps. North, west, south, east. All inverted, guys. There was a time there was 2 suns in this earth, because the sun gives us power. When you sweat out all your diseases, all the bad toxins in you. Let's go to this color. There was no colors, guys. You were organic. So if we remember, first they called us what? Cherokees. Also, Rosa Parks was Indian. But yeah, they called us Cherokees. Remember, I'm black and I'm proud. You were Negroes. You were a nigger. Now they got African American. When people here went over to Africa, they said, you're not from here. That's why the narrative doesn't fit. Image in Notre Dame will show you that's the school that they created this narrative in. And then what they do to trick the land, say like they want to buy something, guys. Say like they say, they come and say, I have some seeds, I can help you grow a harvest on your land. And somebody say, okay, next thing they burning all the crops, and then you owe them. They also would, people own the land, they would marry the female. No, they would kill the landowner. And then people that look like us but not like us would marry the female. And then they stole land, guys, that way. Another way they did it was through the $5 Indians with the false treaties. So we call them Indian schools. Because the people that look like us, not like us, befriended. That's the easiest way to get people. When we used to do the celebrations, that's how they got us. Then it's a big war. They lie, they cheat, they steal. I'm going to keep doing series on this because I did one and it's still sitting at 48 views. How can I have, actually in history, when you hear history, guys, that's his story. That's a controlled narrative. But when you go mystery, that's my story. That's where all your codes are hidden at. And that's where we're supposed to look. Whoever wins the war controls the narrative in his story. But what I give you, every time I do this publicly, it's over, guys, because I'm following the oral tradition. I send this video in the love and light. There is no such thing as an African American. There's no such thing as an American. Before they came, there was no America. It was just a land that the colonizers came and they took from people and they called it that name. That's why everything now is going back before 1492. I send this video in the love and light. Please like, share, and subscribe.